So the Eagles play the Ravens tomorrow night, and everybody is worried about the running back situation. Why is the depth chart looking the way it is? What is going on with DeAndre Swift? I'm here to tell you, everything is as it should be.
Dallas still stinks.
Yo, by the way, Dingbat here, and hope everybody's having a great day. Hope you guys are doing well. Hope you're hanging in there. We are 1 day away from the Eagles' first preseason game of the 2023 NFL season, and I cannot wait. To me, I don't know how I'm going to sleep tonight. I know it's preseason, but I'm so excited that football is back. Now, there's a lot of people talking and worried about the unofficial, and I said unofficial depth chart that has come out for the Eagles. What is going on in the running back situation? What is happening? And I'm here to tell you, everything is going according to plan. But before we get into all of it, if you're new to the channel and you like the content, make sure you hit that like button. More importantly, make sure you subscribe to the most censored, the most throttled Eagles content creator in all of the internet. And if you've been subscribed for a while, thank you so much for all the support you give to me. Quick reminder, I will be streaming the Eagles tomorrow. I will be live for that, so come hang out with me. Should be a lot of fun. Also, I will not be streaming today. I wanted to do an afternoon stream. I am just so wrapped up with work. The kids, they're getting ready to start school, and I just don't have time to do it. But I will be streaming, of course, the Eagles tomorrow and then post-game tomorrow. So we got a lot going on. You may see me later in the day doing some test streams when some of the preseason games are on. I've got new equipment coming in. Now I'm going to be trying to figure out how to even use it. So you might see me there. You could always pop in and say, hey, what's up, if you see me on there. But yeah, I also want to apologize. I did not get a chance to answer everybody's comments the last few days. Like I said, it's been busy. But I will try to take a few hours and answer everybody today. So look for that, and I will try to answer your comments if you have commented on my channel. The way I look at it is if you take the time to comment and listen, then the person putting out the video, in my opinion, and I've never understood this about YouTubers, you should answer them. They took the time to comment. You should take the time to answer. So I do always try to answer questions. But anyways, I will try to catch up on those comments. Now, as you guys know, the Eagles play the Ravens tomorrow. And to me, there's a lot of great battles going on here, and it's just crazy to me that I'm getting texts, I'm getting DM, people all talking about the depth chart, it's an unofficial depth chart about the Eagles and the positions, and the one that everybody seems to be talking about is the running back depth chart. Okay, because when you look at the Eagles depth chart and how they did it, you have Kenneth Gainwell, Rashad Penny, Boston Scott, Trey Sermon, and DeAndre Swift all listed as the running back number one. They are all listed as at the running back number one. Now, people were saying, well, you know, through camp so far, DeAndre Swift's amount of carries and stuff he's getting has gone down. He gets a lot of stuff in the passing game, but not in the running game. Could that mean that they're not going to use him in the running game? And early on in camp, it might. But the way I expected this camp to start is simple. When you start and you bring in new guys like Penny and Swift, I expect, unless you're getting a star in there, I expect it to be the guys who've been there to maybe get more carries and stuff while the other guys acclimate. Listen, we haven't played one preseason game yet. One. I wouldn't be worried about this. If this depth chart was the depth chart before the season started, I would say, okay, fine. But, I mean, you know, I'm talking about like a week before the season starts. But before week one of the preseason, you haven't been able to make any decisions based upon the practices they have. They're not hitting every day. They're not, you know, killing each other. Some practices, they're barely even going an hour with pads on. Of course, you can't really make any judgment of who should be the number one back. I don't want DeAndre Swift to come in here and be handed the number one running back. I don't want Rashad Penny to come in here or be handed the number one running back or given to Kenneth Gainwell. I want whoever gets it to earn it. So you should have an open competition. This is a very, very good thing. This is a very good thing, and I think people are making way too much about the running back, having basically 4 running back number ones, 5, including Trey Sermon. I think it's perfectly fine. That's the way it should be until you get on the field and you can see what these guys do. I believe that because of the talent level that DeAndre Swift will rise to the top. But remember, we haven't played one preseason game. We haven't seen any hitting. These guys should be out there trying to win the job. We know what DeAndre Swift does for you in the passing game. Him and Kenneth Gainwell really are, and Ball Scott a little bit too, but him and Gainwell can catch out of the backfield. Rashad Penny, not so much so you're not going to see a lot from him. A guy like Penny, a guy like Trey Sermon, you're not going to know what they have until they're out there on the field in a situation where there's actually tackling and they're running the ball. So I think a lot of people are making way too much about nothing when it comes to the running back situation. Let these guys play and let the best man win. Now, if we get in a situation where DeAndre Swift stinks up preseason and Rashad Penny stinks up preseason, and you're just stuck with Gainwell and Ball Scott, I'll go out there and get myself a running back. I would, because I like Kenneth Gainwell. I don't know that I see him as a number 1 running back. That's just me personally. Maybe I'm wrong, but that's how I feel. So if Swift and Rashad Penny were to not be productive and not be what you expected, then you got to go out and get a running back. You better go call Dalvin Cook up. You better find a way to make a trade for somebody, because otherwise, what are you going to do? I think their running back position is fine. I think people are making way too much about the way their depth chart is. Let these guys play a preseason game. I think running back, in order to really tell who the running back is going to be and who's really the guy winning, you got to be in game situations where there's tackling. Okay? We see this also when you look at the depth chart, really. It's all pretty much, the depth chart is pretty much what you would expect. I don't see any surprises on here, except for, not even a surprise, but I don't like this. The punt return on the unofficial depth chart, they've got Devontae Smith as the backup punt returner. I do not want Devontae Smith anywhere near a punt return. Do not put him on punt returns. Okay, you can't afford to lose him. You also have a battle like on the defensive side of the ball, and this is not a surprise. You've got your linebacker. You got Christian Ellis battling Nicholas Morrow, and you have Zach Cunningham as the backup. We know that that's a battle position that's going on. The safety position too. Terrell Edmonds, Kevon Wallace, they're battling, and to me, when you look at these positions and how they have the unofficial depth chart, these are where your battles are. These are what's going to be interesting to watch tomorrow. We have a legitimate battle of 5 guys going on at the running back spot. It is open competition, and that's good. That is a good thing. You don't want to just hand it to somebody. Don't just hand it to DeAndre Swift. Don't just hand it to Rashad Penny. Let them come and win it. Iron sharpens iron. That's what we always say. Same thing with Morrow and Ellis. Morrow came in. Everybody assumed he was going to start. It looks like Christian Ellis is pushing him. Let him push. Open competition. This is a good thing. Same thing at the safety position. Edmonds or Kevon Wallace. This is Kevon Wallace's chance. Kevon Wallace has a window here to actually change the narrative that has been put on him so far in his career, that he stinks. What's the narrative of Kevon Wallace? Where's Wallace, String? You ever seen The Wire, right? You saw The Wire. Hey, String, where's Wallace? Where's Wallace? That's what I say. Where's Wallace? Well, this is his chance to go prove that he belongs. So, the running back tomorrow, I want to watch that competition. I want to watch the safety competition. I want to watch the linebacking too. Is fascinating to me because these positions are wide open. I think that it's going to be interesting to see what happens with a lot of these guys. There's other positions too. The tight end number 2 spot to me is a fascinating battle. Who's going to be your number 2 tight end? According to the unofficial depth chart, they've got Jack Stoll is the number 2 tight end, followed by Grant Calcaterra. Does Tyree Jackson have a chance to make this team? We've heard some good things about him in camp so far. I'm not a big Stoll guy. I think Calcaterra would be much better. I think Stoll's a better blocker, though. But I think there's a legitimate battle at the number 2 spot, when it comes to tight end. Going to be fascinating. Obviously, we have a battle at right guard, even though Cam Jurgens looks like he's ahead so far. But like I said, we haven't had one preseason game yet. So, what's his face? Cam Jurgens going to start today or tomorrow. I expect that to be an interesting battle. And then the cornerback spots. I mean, what about Keely Ringo? What's he doing? What about Zach McPherson? Josh Jobe, can he continue to be as good and as effective as he was? There's a lot of interesting battles going on. But to me, the most fascinating battles are simply the running back, the linebacker, and the safety. I want to see what happens to those, and I'll be watching those very, very closely tomorrow. I don't think they're playing their starters. I expect the Eagles to play them. If we follow what the Eagles have done the last 2 years in preseason, they give the guys opening series. They give the starters the opening series. They take them out and they don't play them again till week 1 of the NFL season. So this is probably, I'm assuming, going to be one of our only chances to watch the starters play. Maybe like one series and then they're going to be out. But it's not going to matter because you're going to have a battle going on with these running backs, the linebackers, the safety, the tight end number 2. Very, very interesting battles to watch going into this first preseason game. And of course, I will be watching live. I will be here, so look for that. And like I said, you may see me later on today doing some test stuff. I probably will drop another video tonight because I always feel bad when I can't stream, so I like to put out extra video. But we'll see later on. I can't do that till I come home. So with that said, you guys have a great day. I will talk to you later. Of course, don't be a dingbat, and remember, tomorrow night, we're live. Eagles, Ravens. Don't be a dingbat, and it's how we vision. We're all just living in it. I almost forgot what to say. I also want to say this about the depth chart, right? I want to say this, is if you're the Eagles, why announce to everybody, oh, DeAndre Swift is our number 1 running back, or Kenneth Gainwell is our number 1 running back. You don't have to really put out a real depth chart right now. Why do it? Why not keep it a mystery so a team going into week 1 isn't really sure which running back they're going to see on the field? Make it so that they don't know. I think it's a good thing. I don't think the Eagles have to come out and have to go out and tell us everything that we think we need to hear. Some things are good to keep in-house, keep for strategy. I totally get it. I think the depth chart that was put out is kind of bogus. I think it's kind of bogus. I'm not really buying it. And I think they already know who they like at running back. And I think they know they like DeAndre Swift. That's just my opinion. We'll find out. Denzel Washington, out.